Welcome back. I have a short video I wanted to do on this PS4 I got, and these two controllers, blue and black colored. So I have a little bit of an interesting story. I've been playing way too much Red Dead. Yeah, you alright, girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's been affecting everything I say in my life, and my clothing outside sometimes too. Also how I carry my baby like a holster, a gun holster. It's just crazy. So, really great game. I'm still loving it. And I'm sure a lot of you just got it for Christmas. Good for you. So, I've actually been looking for another spare PS4. I have my Spider-Man limited edition PS4. It's the only one I own, actually. I just got into the PS4 game a little late. And that's on purpose. I usually wait till like all the games come out, the console prices drop, you know, the 4K Pro's out, and you know, I'd invested in a lot of 4K stuff already, so that's why I kind of ended up in the PlayStation party late. So, long story short, I was doing a lot of Red Dead, and I wanted to actually have someone else join me, or when I take and play with me online when they come over, and they don't have to lug their console around. And then especially when I go over to a friend's house, or I'm bringing my PS4, the only one I own is that limited edition Spider-Man one. And as you know, it's a pricey console, and the cost is going up, and it's I don't want to jack it up or the Spider-Man paint job on it or anything like that. So I don't like lugging it around. So I started shopping for a PlayStation 4. And I was looking for deals. Really hard to find them under like $200 in my area in Sacramento for some reason. So I did find one for $175, and I missed out on it. And I was like, dang, someone beat me to it. And then there was, and then, you know, on Craigslist and Facebook marketplaces where I'm looking, and those are great places to look, as well as like flea markets and things like that. Especially if you know the seller and you're not getting a system that's not gonna, you know, blow up on you or anything like that. And you always got to be careful. I know on Craigslist, you know, someone could be like selling something they stole, and they're meeting you at a gas station or something like that. So he's got to be. Luckily, I'm like, you know, a pretty big dude, and you know, I don't have much problems meeting some sketch guy at the gas stations and, you know, telling him straight up like this is a ripoff, or the serial sticker's all broken, and this, you know, the console's been tampered with. And so it's just especially good to make sure before you meet up with someone, like if you want to see it working or something like that, you need to tell them. And you're better off meeting them in, like, I don't know, Starbucks and Barnes and Noble or something, and bringing a little screen if you have to, you know. And it shouldn't really get to that point. If someone is selling something that works, they sell it out of their home. I do too. And like with this PlayStation, the guy was selling it from his house after he knew I was serious about it. You know, he was like, yeah, here's my address, come pick it up, it's yours. And I almost missed out on this one because someone was ahead of me. Well, I'll get into that. So I missed out on the $175 one, and then another one, like this limited edition, like whatever, I think it was the Destiny White one. Someone was getting rid of it for $150. A lot of people got upgraded consoles with bigger drives, or the 4K consoles, Xbox One X, and the PS4 Pro, and so they were just getting rid of. That was actually how I got this one. He was getting, you got the 4K Pro console, and he was getting rid of his regular 1080 PS4. And so he literally, like, on, Jesus Christ, I think it was Christmas Eve, like, posted it for $50 at like 10 o'clock at night. So I've gotten pretty good about checking Craigslist at the top of the hour all the time in your area. I recommend you do that. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on stuff. And there was actually one guy ahead of me, like I said, on this one, and he wanted $50 for it. And I said, I was like, hey man, I'm serious. I'll be there immediately. I don't mess around. You know, not far from you. I could be there in 15 minutes, and I got cash. Like, I'll even give you $60, I told him. So I just threw in 10 more bucks to just see if he'd bite. And he bit, and I was like, whoa! So he was like, yeah, if you come right now, it's yours. And then, so he gave me his house address. I bombed there. I handed him the $60. I checked it out. And, you know, everything was great on it. You know, the usual scuffs up here on this part from people putting controllers and stuff on it, and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, the console was completely clean, and wasn't dusty, and the ports weren't jacked up. Nothing like that. So it's a 500 gig PS4, and I got it for $60. He gave me the power cord. The only catch was it didn't have a controller, which was not a big deal. Because, thank goodness to my wheeling and dealing skills, I got two controllers, a black one and a blue one. There's a guy here that does he's a wholesaler. He has like a spot at the big spot warehouse at the flea market. This guy's old school guy, like, He's super cool, like rocker dude, like white long hair, and he's like, you know, blasting Rush when he comes bombing in his Mazda 3 hatchback. It's like the guy's 25, but he's like, you know, 60. Super cool dude. And so he's down here at the flea market. He's been selling games and stuff forever, and he buys these in bulk, 50 at a time from Sony, and they're brand new. They just come in whatever Sony little plastic wrap, and not retail packaging, and I got them for $30 a piece. So I got a PS4 and 2 new controllers for $120. Now that's a deal, because you can't even get a PS4 for that price typically. So I'm really stoked on it. I tested it, I worked, you know, I played some games on it, and I checked the hard drive on it and everything. It's stellar, it's killer. And so, you know, and this is during the holidays. It seems like people are exchanging and returning and flipping and flopping all kinds of stuff. So I know it's busy during the holidays and all that, but if you're a collector and a hunter, keep your eyes open. Don't let up, and you will find some serious deals. Now I'm going to look around my PS4 Spider-Man console. I have something to play when someone else comes over and wants to jump online with me or whatever. And if I'm, you know, like I'm going to a cabin in a couple weeks, I'll probably take it up to the cabin. I got it all loaded with fighters and other stuff. Maybe I'll take my Wii, and we'll just be like playing all kinds of games and having fun and lighting fires and cooking food. So keep an eye out, collectors, and hope this was helpful, insightful to you guys, and I'll catch you later. See ya!